March, and the time is 18:19. Okay, let's start with the Wall Street cheat sheet. Where are we on the altcoins? We definitely not here. I don't think we are here. Are we in denial? I doubt. Panic? I think we have gone through that. Anger? Maybe we have seen a lot of accumulation happening with the altcoins. We've seen a couple of test pumps. Are we in disbelief? Where are you? Are we in disbelief? And we're gonna start seeing hope all the way to euphoria. I think most of the people are around this area. I'll bring one chart that will sort of show either we are here in depression or we are here in disbelief. But yeah, I will bring one classical chart as we go through the analysis. I think we are in disbelief. Let me bring something that will show you that we are indeed in disbelief. Let's look at this. I'm losing faith. On what? On cryptocurrency. Okay. This just shows that well, this was on the 14th of March. This could be a sign of disbelief. It could be or the sign of, let me just bring this back. It could be the sign of depression. Definitely, that was on the 14th of March. For me, that tells me that that's a depression state. Anyway, let's go back to the charts. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's start with the daily chart. The price still very depressed. We even broke again through the 8,000. Are we gonna see a shooting star today on the close of today that we saw here? But the reason I brought this chart is just to show that we have got this support trend line, that if the price was to go down today, it was going to hit it around 5,900. If it's going to happen on the 15th of April, it's going to be just above 6,000, 6,100. So I think this is still a big support that comes from all the way back. This one still keeps the bullish run of Bitcoin. All right, let me go down. Just look at H4. What's happening on H4? We have seen a lot of formations failing. We saw this big inverse head and shoulder here that failed right here. We've spoken about this area being a very important area for Bitcoin. And then he ended up forming a double top or triple top. Can be a triple top here, that, with a top here, another top there, and the classical third top here. And then from there, it was broken in this area. It became a bit of resistance, but it was eventually broken down. And then we sort of went back into this long-term bearish channel. And then again, we were looking at another inverse head and shoulder forming here, which again failed. It failed, it went back. It actually again formed double top. It's got the top here and top there. A classical one where the first top is higher than the second top. And then if we look at this, the way double top works, I'll just get this one extended. So this, the neckline up to the top should be the same as from the neckline to the bottom. So it looks like if this one is playing hardware at the bottom of the neckline, then we're gonna see if we are going to break this area. Let me just extend my zone there. That's going to be the zone, and it's turned out, looks like it's gonna be this another trend line that we have here. So we're gonna see what happens in this area. This is going to be a quite some area of resistance. It might fail to break here and then continue going down. We're gonna see. I think we're gonna, if it doesn't come and bounce off here around 8,300, 8,400, it's gonna break up and come around 9,001 and try to break or get rejected in this area. So yeah, still the price is not seeing a lot of big dumps. This just tells you that we have a lot of people already sold in the panic mode in this area. You can see here the panic selling. There's panic selling here in this area. Currently here you don't see a lot of panic selling. I think the people that are here, they are in depression. Those that say it's either I go to zero or I order for my dear life. So yeah, not much happening. And this area, the 8,000 area, it's quite vital for Bitcoin not to go down. Otherwise, if it go below here, it's gonna be a resistance after it comes from the 6,000 area. So for now, the whales are still collecting some cheap Bitcoins. We will see what happens. But I don't think we are going to see the pump soon, or the momentum of dumping won't be that big. But we'll see what happens. Let's see if this little inverse head and shoulder is gonna work out, and then we're gonna see the price coming down back to this area, and then we'll see the decision happening in that area. But overall, the bullish scenario on the higher time frame is still intact. We will see what happens. Our job is to collect the Bitcoins. We're gonna worry about the price of Bitcoin later. Let's just collect the Bitcoins when the opportunity arrives. All right, let's see what's happening with the high caps. I've seen the high caps are following Bitcoin. They are even losing value more than the Bitcoin. I will bring NEO. NEO, quite interesting chart. If you look at NEO, it had exactly the same scenario previously. Hit the all-time high and it got dumped. If I bring in the 4-hour chart, you will see it formed a head and shoulder here before starting to dump. Again, it formed this as your head. I mean, that's your left shoulder, your head, the right shoulder. It broke out here, let it dump. So if it's playing out the head and shoulder, let's see where is it supposed to be. The head and shoulder, the price from the neckline to the top. Let's see, it's your neckline. Let's just take this from here to this area. That's the rule about the head and shoulder. So from the neckline to the top and from the neckline to the bottom, it should be more or less the same. We are seeing the price bouncing here. We saw this super shooting star. We thought this was the bottom of NIO, but again it was dumped again, and we are seeing sort of this daily candle that looks like it's gonna close as a green candle. It looks like the bottom it's near. Otherwise, if this area doesn't hold, then we might see again NIO going down to the 0.005 area and below. But it looks like this area we're gonna see some reversal. Let's just bring in the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart also shows this beautiful double bottom. You know, the double bottom, they work better when the second bottom is a little bit higher than the first one. That's where the formation works better. So we have seen this double bottom here. The second one is a little bit higher, and then we're going to have our neckline here. So obviously there will be some resistance in this area, and then if manage to break there, and then we are going to have the neckline around here, and then if this breaks out, then we definitely come into this area at least. So yeah, this area will be the area to watch. Let me give it some mark. We'll watch this area, see what happens. We are seeing a bit of volume coming in here. We'll see what happens. Let's also go see the fellow platform token, Ether. All right. The Ether also is seeing, let's start by bring the daily chart. All right, we saw this massive bull run with Ether mid-year last year, and then a super dump with everything dumping, going all the way down to 0.024. And we are seeing sort of the same formation, this hammer there, followed by a super bearish candle, and then we are in this area. This area, if we look at this area as a neckline, from here right to the top. Let me bring this here. If we look at that, it means we are not done. If we treat this as our neckline, we might need to, let me just check this once again. It's either this is our neckline or this becomes our neckline. I think that's a better neckline. Then we have to bring it down. Yes, we have to bring it down here. And if this is our neckline, which I think it is, it was broken here and then it was retested. So this becomes our, let me just enlarge it a bit. Yes, this becomes our neckline. It was, although it didn't really form the head and shoulder, we have got this candle that touched here and then went back up. Let's see if we can see it on 4-hour chart. I was talking about this this area. Although it didn't really reach this area, we can use this area as our neckline. It was broken here and then retested. So let's just go back here. Okay, if that's our neckline, then we have got the same distance. Remember, from the neckline to the top must be the same as from the neckline to the bottom. It doesn't work all the time, but it works most of the time. All right, this area again, you can see here, touch there, some resistance there. So we can expect some resistance in this area. If it breaks down, then we might be going down here. I don't think we will go down there. I think this area will give some support for Ethereum. We might see some consolidation before the price starts going back up. Let's wait and see. Okay, I spoke about ZRX this morning. We saw that pump that happened, and bring in the better chart here for our chart. I spoke about ZRX around this area. I'm not sure if you were there, but I said my last buy were in this area, and then I said if it breaks this area, then I was going to buy around this area. I've been sort of averaging down from below 10,000 sats as it goes down. I think this area, or around this area, and then around this area, and then my next one I was planning to go in around this area. So let's look what's happening here. It painted the inverse head and shoulder, if you can see this. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, it broke out here. It in fact broke out with this pump after Coinbase announced that they're going to support the ERC20 tokens, and then came back and tested that area. We bring in the 1 hour chart, you'll see it clearly. Yes, there it is. It came back and tested here, and see it's starting to pump again. So most of the altcoins are showing this formation. If you can go to most of the altcoins, you will see that we've got quite a lot of altcoins that are giving this inverse head and shoulder here at the bottom. So you can see that these altcoins, they just want Bitcoin to stabilize. They just want Bitcoin to stop dumping. Hopefully there's nobody who's still going to dump Bitcoin at these prices. The only one who can really dump Bitcoin at these prices are the whales. I don't think there are still people that have been holding Bitcoins from higher price that are still going to dump now. Those with weekends have already dumped. I don't think there's anybody that's still dumping Bitcoin, except if you've got a whale that still wants to push the Bitcoin price lower. Remember, whales, they don't mind losing now and then gaining times 10 times 20 later. So they can still dump so that they can even get cheaper Bitcoin. But if you look at most of the altcoins, this one of my favorite. So yeah, go and look at a couple of altcoins. You can see this one, the bearish trend was broken out here. We saw the inverse head and shoulder. So we are also seeing the volume coming back. So yeah, it looks like we are. It's either we have bottom out here or the bottom is closer. So it's time for accumulation. Like I always say, money it's made in bearish market and collected in bullish market. It has worked for me, and I do it again and again, and it has worked. I think it's gonna be the same again. So yeah, let's keep an eye. It looks like as we're moving towards April, maybe we're gonna see the alts showing the bullish market that we saw last year. But yeah, it's not looking that bad. I think it's starting to look good. The bottom might be in or might be very close. So yeah, as you accumulate, I am busy accumulating the dips. Slowly, accumulation is quite a patient game. You need to slowly set your beats. Some are not gonna hit, some are gonna hit, and you're gonna be very proud of yourself. So until we meet again, if you've got any question, do not forget to touch me. I will try to answer to the best of my ability. But Mpo here, I'm out.